Hey y'all, trying to do this video really quick. Hope you're doing well. This here, I just thought about this. It's like to me the ghetto audacity of this lady. Yes, the ghetto audacity of you, poor parenting skills at best, in my opinion. What happened is tragic, but young people, I guess they don't listen. And I think it's failed parenting. So, in case you didn't see the video I did before on her son was with some other two other characters, little gremlins, what I call them. A neighbor was away on a camping trip, returned home. They had allegedly broken into the house, shot the dog, killed the dog. Then the neighbors showed up, and hey, was what the what. So check this out. Remember
Mom
this?
said school called yesterday to say that Brandon hadn't shown up for class. 17-year-old Brandon Ford was Trina Evans' fourth child of 7 children. On Monday, with help from the trustee, her neighbors, and her family, she buried Brandon. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing and say he's a good kid and he didn't do nothing wrong. He did something wrong by going into this man's house. The house in the 3100 block of College Avenue belonged to Iraq War veteran Joshua Black. 2 Sundays ago, he returned home from a weekend camping trip and found his dog shot to death and 3 burglars still inside. 2 suspects escaped. Brandon was shot multiple times and died on scene. I wish he would have just held my son down and tell the police, let Brandon do some jail time. Let Brandon learn his lesson. But now Brandon can't because he's gone. He's gone. On Wednesday, the man who shot and killed Brandon returned home to collect some belongings. While inside, someone pulled up in front and shot up his vehicle. Police suspect that it was the same 2 young men who accompanied Brandon to this burglary. Brandon was laid to rest in the Sutherland Park Cemetery. For now, at least, the site is marked only by the dried clay that covers his remains. And a mother's grief is now tinged with guilt about the events of the day. We had missed calls from Brandon that day. And if I would have picked my phone up, like usually I do, I would have said, Brandon, where are you? It wouldn't have been where Brandon keep calling. To me, it's like he's crying for help. He would have been crying for help. And I could have saved my child. He would have got arrested because he broke into this house. But I would have saved my son from being dead.
Now she said she would have saved her son from being dead. However, she did another video. Now, this is when she said the man should have called her. And I'm like, are you trying to pull the R. Kelly card? Listen to this one.
Ago, spoke publicly for the first time. Trina Evans, the mother of Brandon Ford, says she cannot excuse her son's actions for breaking into a home July 27th in the 3100 block of North College Avenue. The homeowner returned to the residence to find his dog had been shot and Brandon and 2 other suspects inside. The other 2 burglars escaped. Brandon was shot multiple times and died in the residence. I just wish the person that did shot me up, man, come and talk to me. How did this happen? Why did you have to shoot him? Could you apprehend Brandon? Because Brandon wasn't no fighter at all. You could have apprehended Brandon anyway, not shoot him.
Now she said
burglars escaped. Brandon was shot multiple times and died in the residence. I just wish the person that did shot me up, man, come and talk to me. How did this happen? Why did you have to shoot him? Could you apprehend Brandon? Because Brandon wasn't no fighter at all.
She said, come and talk to me.
Anyway, not shoot him.
Wow.
Metro Police continue their search for the other
So
2
when she said that the man should have came and talked to me, what was she expecting? First of all, we don't even know if the man knew him. Number one, someone has a gun because the dog has been shot. The dog been shot. So we know somebody has a gun. So when she said she was, come and talk to me, ma'am, did you really think that was going to stop the burglary? The parenting skills are failed. Did she really think the guy was going to say, okay, well, you killed my dog, so I know you have a weapon. I'm going to call your mom. Was she trying to pull the R. Kelly card? Remember that song R. Kelly had? Your body's calling for me. Yeah, your body's calling for me. Your body's calling for me. Cause I know you want me. Remember that song? And I thought about it. So what did she expect that man to do? Was she gonna pull a R. Kelly call? She's sitting down, chilling, and dealing with the other 6 cheering. Ring, ring. Answer your phone, mama. The neighbors calling for thee, 'cause the neighbors calling for thee, calling for thee, 'cause your son is a thief. Is that what she really thought was going to happen? See, at this point, let's not be naive and let's not play coy, or, let's not live in a world of miracle or world of fantasy, absent of reality. At this point, anyone to think that maybe that this could have been a situation where the man called her and she would have been like, "Oh no, Brandon, don't you do this." You think he was going to go, "Okay, well, you've got my mom on the phone, so I'm not going to steal from you." Are you really serious? Are we really, really going to play the R. Kelly card? Call me, come and talk to me. She did another video where she said, that man, he could have, be a man, call me. Why don't you be a parent and parent your son? Where's the father? And she has 6 other remaining children. I hope and pray, if anyone's thinking about being, burglar number 2 in a family, look what it got him. And that's the sad thing. They don't listen. They don't learn. They don't learn. Come and talk to you? Ma'am, based on this, you can't even raise your child. The little sucker was too dumb to stay free. I'm sorry. Another report that he was already on, what do you call this thing? Some kind of curfew. Oh, but it wasn't set by the parent. It appears it may have been set by the state. Gee, why is that? Where are you? Where are you? And as if he needed help. No, it's a little late. He knows 2 characters broke into the man's house. And then don't forget, after it's already happened, the other 2 gremlins got away. Now they've come and shot up the man's car. What the hell does that tell you? And you think the person going to come and let's have a conversation. It's like I said before. What's going to happen? They're going to starve a lot of people out. Oh, you best believe it. Like that in Chicago. They're taking away the Section 8. They're taking away our food stamps. Yeah, we've been trying to tell you, boo. They're going to starve you out. That's what it's looking like. That's the way to start with it. And as a result, I hate to say, when they do that, you may have more of this. And then what? Now, shot the man's car up and are guessing it might be the 2 other remaining gremlins. So, in other words, we break into your house. You let us take what you want. That's crazy. Again, people say, "Oh, they got the school to prison pipeline." Did the school raise Brandon? What was going on in the home where Brandon resided? Did the school raise Brandon? That mentality of Brandon was already set. They said mentality is set by the age of 4. What's going on in that home? The school to prison pipeline. No, that pipeline starts in that home. That fatherless home. Well, the daddy's not there, still responsible. Stop choosing defective DNA. Yeah, I said it. It's 50-50. I already did the video on it. The mom and daddy 50-50. Here's your product. Team Poverty D and Poverty P get together and they raise a tragedy and release it on society. This right here, you want the man to communicate with you and ask you, "Hi, might be a little late, but can you please raise your 17-year-old son to not break into my house and steal from me and not kill my dog?" Sounds to me like he might have a little crew going. And now the man is victimized twice. They shot the vehicle up. So this right here, that's why when they start the hashtag starve them out, they're not worried about baby mom and what is I'm going to do with me and my children. I'm sorry to tell you, nobody cares. And this right here is why. And the sad thing is, when you have a mother who realized, okay, I'm doing the best I can for my children. This guy, the relationship didn't turn out, or the marriage didn't turn out. I finally got a clue. She can't get any help, but you know what? You see so much more, so much of this. This is why some Black women can't find. This is why some people can't find a place to live, especially when you are on Section 8. This is why some black women cannot find a rental. They won't lease to me. You've got children. How many? 3 or 4. When they see, I've heard about this. When they see a mother and she's got 3 or 4 children, oh, and she want a lease, they're like, But they're like, Why is that? This on the screen. This on they see one thing, single mother, and then a voucher too. That's why some people in different states don't even want the voucher. They're having some places where they're having to force people to take that voucher. I sure as hell wouldn't. I already dealt with that. Oh no, nah. This is why. And then they want to say, well, I can't find a place to live. Me and my children got to find somewhere to go. Nobody cares. I hate to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Nobody cares. Guess what? You sure as hell don't care. You want to raise these gremlins? This is why there's so much of this right here. Some people don't want to lease to them. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the destruction. It's just not worth it. This is why a lot of them do not want to lease to them. This is why. But people don't want to talk about that. We want to play, oh my goodness, what's that poor mother to do? How the hell is that mother raising those darn kids? Being a single mother with multiple kids, that doesn't equate you don't know how to raise them, because if you don't know how to raise them, then you sure as hell shouldn't be having them. So just like she's doing what she wants to do, raising her little crew, Brandon, her son, those 12 gremlins doing what they want to do, guess what? That homeowner did what he had to do to protect his property. And now some fools done shot up his car and are guessing it's the last 2 gremlins. But we were supposed to let the world think. He had to call me, girl, bye. All he had to do is, communicate with me. What were you going to do? You don't know where your son is? Maybe he's supposed to communicate and call her, and then Brandon wouldn't have done that. Nobody, baby, I'm letting you know right now, ain't nobody picking up what you put down. Ain't nobody picking up what you putting down. People like these kids here, that's how neighborhoods get run down. That's why they gentrify. Why? It's so tore up and so crime ridden, it gets so cheap. What do you expect? And then, where are we supposed to live? Hell, I don't know. Just not near me, please, Jesus. Close that gate. I'm serious though. This is why. And then we want to holler, why they gentrifying? To gentrify the land, the neighborhood, it has to be so cheap. That's why what they do, you can't build with her. I'm sorry. Women like this here, they help create these ghettos. You darn skippy. Women like this here, you can't build with them around. You can't build with Brandon. Again, look at the neighbor. This is man's house. They are in the wrong. And because he got what he got what he deserved. You bought that ticket. You're going to check your 17-year-old Ash, because the kids cannot cash. You don't punched your last caper. Boop, and I'm punched out. The last caper. Then you wonder why again. Some of them, they don't want that voucher. This is why. And you want to play victim. Everybody's on to some of the ghetto baby mama role. Bonquifa, they own to you. The audacity of you, the ghetto audacity of you. You think the man's supposed to sit up here and call you? Ma'am, can you come get your son? Well, I'm going to be over there. How we know he won't get home if that had happened? Next thing you know, that man would have probably got broken in again. Heck, next thing you know, if that man had called her like he had, I'm like, does he have your phone number? I mean, are you really serious? Are you really, he maybe wanted him to call you and communicate with you and you could have stopped? No, ma'am. Your son doing what he wanted to do. And I'm quite sure she knows that, but you want to act brand new. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Did you really expect that man to sit up there and call you and say, hey, I'm holding your son down. Oh, I'm going to come get him. I'm going to come get him. Girl, the R. Kelly card not going to work for you. Again, how would that have taken place? Ring, ring. The neighbor's calling for thee. For your neighbor's calling for thee. Calling for thee. 'Cause your son is a thief. What would she would have said? Don't you hurt him. I would have probably imagined, don't you hurt my son. Don't you be messing with my son. Y'all, he done kidnapped Brandon. It probably would have been more drama. That man would have been putting his life at risk. But this right here, this is what helps to create ghettos, as women like this here. The ghetto audacity of her. Are you really serious? A phone call would have stopped this behavior. Or, ma'am, again, the ghetto audacity of you. This is what destroys the community. This right here, we'll talk about, oh, they're going to gentrify the neighborhood. This right here helps. Why we can't keep our own neighborhoods clean? This right here helps it. See, wonder how they're going to gentrify the neighborhood. Where are we going to go? Going to be shuffled around. Just shuffled around here, shuffled around there. But we're going to go ahead and pretend that we're a victim of it. Sure, we're a victim of a lot of things, but let's not pretend. When it comes to them having to gentrify a neighborhood, you know what they do? They go ahead and de-ninjarize. De-ninjarize the property tax to get you on, get you on up out of there. They de-ninjarize, and I'm sorry to say, the decent, hardworking, good black people, we have to suffer with the ninjas. So what they do is de-ninjarize it. They sanitize it. Okay, got them all out. Now let's clean everything up, sanitize, then gentrify. And you know, which does contribute to gentrification. This right here, I'm sorry to tell you, in my opinion, a mama and her brood. This right here what helps. So this right here, this is part of a major, major problem. Poverty D and Poverty P get together. Lord, they create a tragedy and release it on the community. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and enjoy your turkey day. We're going to be eating within an hour, and I am like so ready. Gobble, gobble, and I'm out.